here's where it gets scary, because we're going into the great unknown here. We've been talking for years about how inflation is just 2 to 3%. I personally believe it's been greater than that for a long time, but that's our dumbed down version that we get from the people that are kind of puppeteering the financial industry and are kind of pulling the strings. And so let's call it 2 to 3%. So if it was 2 to 3%, which it's probably a lot more, right? But that was before we just printed trillions of dollars upon trillions of dollars. So we now, this last year, have a deficit just from last year of trillions of dollars. We have right now $11 trillion in proposals out there for dollars spent this year. In the last year, in the last 12 months, over 50%, technically it's at least 40%. Some people say 50%. So let me call it at least 40%, likely 50% of all money in circulation was created last year out of thin air. So there's just no way on earth you can get me to believe that inflation is just 2 to 3%. Inflation is bare minimum 5 to 10%. It's likely greater than that. Yep. And just think about it. What did it cost you to buy a smoothie, 10 years ago? And what does it cost you today? I guarantee it's a greater amount than that 2 to 3% growth. But the big thing that people don't realize is that drag on their money. So if you're sitting in cash, if you're doing this nest egg approach, you've got to be very cognizant of the fact that your dollars are going to be worth way less when you retire. And the best thing you can do is buy assets, because as monetary supply expands, so do assets. Meaning, when more money is pumped into the system, it makes assets worth more money. The devaluing of the dollar, every dollar becomes worth less, but your assets will keep up with the money printing. And if you actually know what you're doing, you can grow them on top of that.